I brought three players with me. I had a chance to see them this morning. We've both been different directions and busy already, but three talented guys that I want to brag on a little bit here before I kind of move on to some things about the team. Offensively, brought Caden Proctor. He's our third year offensive tackle. He's originally from Iowa, and a couple things. You look at the guy and he's massive, and man, he just just does everything on a high level when it comes to his training. But the thing I'm going to tell you about this guy that's impressive to me as well is that by the end of this season, at the end here in December, he will have his degree. So if you do the math on that, 3 years getting your degree, even a semester in there where he transferred, and that gets harder to do when you do that. But he'll have not just his degree, but right now he has a 3.7 GPA. And so taking 16 credits this summer just so he can be on track to be able to accomplish and walk across that stage, have a great football season, but also have his degree there. I know he's excited to represent not just the team, but also he representing the offensive line, our offensive side of the football. He has a lot of great pride in what they're accomplishing and the work they're putting in. Tim Keenan, fifth year defensive lineman. I think the thing with Tim that he's a homegrown, boy from Alabama, and I think when I look at Tim, the team just looks at him as like that big brother. He's a mentor to not just the young guys, but even the old guys. They know they can count on him to be doing the work. He embodies what a student athlete is all about. And I think those that really know Tim and follow what he does, he's got a passion for giving back to the community. He's one of our guys that just is at the forefront, spiritually leading our team, and then also just from a community service standpoint, he's out there. He's a big brother to kids in our community. Man, there's just him understanding the platform he has is so impressive to me. It's been a pleasure to coach him. We get one more crack at it with him, and appreciate his leadership. And then Deontay Lawson. Fifth-year linebacker. He was a captain, really our only returning captain from last year's team. That should say enough right there about how our team views him, how they look at him. His journey, again, everyone's got something a little bit different. Probably thought a year ago at this time he'd be, wearing an NFL jersey. Circumstances as they may be, just coming back from an injury, seeing him attack it, seeing him and his mindset, him understanding the circumstances he can't control and what he can. Oh, man, it's just amazing seeing him take over not just the defense, but be a leader on our football team. I walked into a meeting, was looking for a coach, actually. I walked in, and actually it was him holding a meeting with the linebackers. That was I guess yesterday morning. It seems like forever ago, but yeah, it was yesterday morning. And listened for about 30 seconds. I knew that meeting was in a good position, coaching it like a coach. And when you have guys on the field that are like him, that understand the depth, the details, you're headed in the right direction and have a chance. So those are our three guys. Super proud of them, their journeys. I think the common theme with all of them is they're high character guys. They're extremely driven. I think, again, they represent a lot of what our team's all about. They're leaders on the team, but they're also leaders in the community. Before I move on to our team, one person I also want to thank is just our athletic director, Greg Byrne, just for his leadership. Much like Greg Sankey, the world of college athletics and it ever changing. You got to have those people at the top that are working through it and coming up with solutions. And I can't thank Greg enough for the way he communicates with me on the direction we need to be going and what might lie ahead. I think his foresight's been critical going back to when I first got here, and especially even going back to a year ago on what it might look like with the evolving and the evolution of what college athletics looks like today. Second season, familiarity's been a word that's been used a lot already this morning with different interviews. that's great. It helps you feel good about where your family's living and what those routines are. That's important to me and our success. You got to have that piece in place. Familiarity with it, and I think the common word also would be continuity. Starts with our coaching staff. Really, one change on the defensive side of the ball, and then the addition of Ryan Grubb on the offensive side. Everyone else, not just the position coaches, but quality control coaches, graduate assistants, recruiting staff, strength and conditioning, academics, training room, we really had no turnover in all those areas. And so that's exciting to me because I think that says a lot about the belief and the excitement of what lies ahead. And that you have the right people. You talk about getting the right people on the bus, the right people in your program and inside the building, and I feel like we certainly have that. So continuity is a huge piece of kind of what year 2 is all about right now. That trickles down to your players. The leadership from the staff is there, but really the culture that we want to try to exude, try to have, it comes to life through our players, and they are making that happen. It's the day-to-day, and as we speak right now, they're on the field, in a nice warm morning in Tuscaloosa, getting after it. And I can't tell you how impressed I've been with them just focusing on the main thing, and that's the work. Not getting ahead of themselves, not even worried really about practice number 1, game number 1 for sure, or even further down the road in the season. I know they'll get asked questions about it and have to answer some of those today, but when it comes down to what we're focused on, it's the day-to-day work that these guys are really honed in on, and making sure that they take care of to give themselves a chance to be highly successful this fall. The team's an extremely coachable group. They compete with each other, a lot of competitions within, but just the competition against themselves to be the best they can be, they've really bought into that. When it comes to who we lost, really 8 seniors last year. 3 on defense, 2 on offense, 3 specialists, which God asked that question really the first time in a long time talking about our specialists. It's one of the positions and one of the areas you always kind of look past. But as much as we played young guys, we played, I think, the most freshmen on special team snaps in the entire league, and I really think it wasn't even close. There was also 3 specialists, punter, kicker, and long snapper, that were mainstays in the program for quite some time, or had a lot of experience playing at a high level. So we replaced all of those guys, and that would probably be something that we really got to work through, and got a confidence and belief in the guys that are in our program that they'll step up. So we're right at about 17 seniors, so that's double what we had a year ago. We did lose the 3 guys to early outs in the NFL with Jalen Milroe, Tyler Booker, and Jahad Campbell, deservingly so. Those guys getting their opportunities to go make the most of it at the next level. So experience, and I think really when it comes down to where do you want to improve, where do you need to get better, it's reps. All of us get better at our jobs by taking more reps. Myself as a head coach at this place here at Alabama, you guys in your roles, our players, and then it's reps together. And so again, familiarity, continuity, repetitions. We got to be better in the big moments. We lost some close games last year, and we had chances, maybe not even in the 4th quarter, but we had chances earlier in the game to separate ourselves or make a play here or there. And whether it was the belief or whether it was the confidence, a lot of that just comes through repetitions. And so we've really had a great offseason, understanding where we fell short, why we fell short, not just the what and the how, but the why. And I'm excited about our guys, taking those next steps, understanding when we get in those moments this year, those critical times, how to come through and make the play that's necessary to go win football games. We were undefeated at home, but we also struggled on the road. And we start this year on the road and go to Florida State, and we know that they're going to have something to prove as well. And so that's going to be a great environment to get tested early on. And so, we don't need to look anything beyond that as far as our preparation or what might lie, because none of it matters unless we take care of business and do what we're doing, being our best in that week 1 game against Florida State. But being on the road and playing better on the road is certainly got to be a point that that happens, this year in our football program. Defensively, a lot of returners coming back. We excelled when it came to taking the football away. I think we're in the top 4 or 5 in the country there. Really, the most takeaways that I think 28 was the number in the program going back 7-8 years ago. And when it came to yards per play and all that, it's all great stuff. But the key for our defense is get off the football field. And as the season went along, we did a better job of that early on. There were some times where we could have been better. And those led to games that came close. Those led to games that we maybe fell short. Offensively, I think it's just consistency. It's consistency in all areas. We want to have the ability to be balanced. That doesn't mean that the statistics look equal when the game's over or the season's done. But the ability to run the football when someone's taking the pass game and vice versa. When the opposite happens. So I think, more and more pieces coming together, the development of players at all positions. I'm excited about what we have there. An offensive line is where it really starts, really 6 guys that are strongly in the rotation with a lot of others that are up and coming and developing quickly that I could see, competing for spots as the season goes along as well. When it comes to overall as a program, physicality is the name of the game. When it comes to playing football, you wear the pads for a reason, right? And so physicality, that comes through the work to build your body. But that also comes through, toughness mentally as well. So I love, again, the work is what we're focused on right now. The main thing, keeping it that. I love the mindset. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it gives you a great chance. So excited about 2 weeks from today. At this very moment, I think we'll be on the football field practicing practice 1. So it's come on fast. Media days usually represents that type of kickoff and signifies that we're here. And so I'm excited to get the ball rolling. Really got 3 guys that have taken all the snaps, not a majority, but all of them. Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, and Kalen Russell, and that's really by age and years of experience is kind of where it starts. We did make it known after the end of the spring that if we played a game at that point, and it really wouldn't have changed even at this point because there's nothing that's happened as far as practicing. Ty Simpson would be the guy that would take the first snaps and be our starter. Challenged all of them at that time that they have to continue to take the strides. They got to continue in their own ways, improve. They've really, I know, worked hard to do that. And excited to see that progress 2 weeks from today. But they have the tools. Ty, throws a catchable ball. He's smart. He's been in college football now. Is going year 4. He's seen the ups and downs. He's got great relationships with the team. He's a leader that way. He's really owned things, I think, on another level. And then, Austin Mack. I mean, if he walked in here, the guy's 6'6", 230, 235. He's got a presence about him, and that carries over to how he throws the football. Really took his most meaningful snaps in college this spring, working with the 1s and 2s. And then Kalen Russell, you would never have guessed that he's I guess a lot of guys would be graduating from high school here about a month ago. Really a high school senior, early enrollee that came in and just learning the system, learning college football, has taken these huge strides in the course of the spring. And now, again, getting that install over and over again in the summer and going into the fall, I'm confident he's going to make big jumps as well. So those are the 3. Kind of told you if we played today where it would be. But all 3 of them have the potential to do some really big things in our offense. And I think a lot of it has to do with what's around them as well.